Hey man, it's me, Kevin Smith. Welcome to the Grow Tent, everybody. You have found the best growing channel on YouTube, man. The place where we simplify the approach for you so everyone can learn how to grow. We make it so simple, even I can understand. So I'm going to listen and learn right now.
Woo! What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Grow Tent. We got a great episode for you today. Another one in the line of GT's tips and tricks series. And this one's a banger. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. All right, guys, first things first, though, the intro, everybody's favorite part. I know everybody's like, oh, GT, you got to take longer on the intros. Not really. But, hey, you want to skip this part, there's a fast forward button. But, hey, man, this is how we pay the bills around here. First of all, guys, if you haven't joined the Patreon yet, you should do it. We have the biggest Patreon when it comes to this kind of content. I don't know of a single other Patreon that does it better than we do it right here. Get a direct link right to me, and we get to have video conferences just like this while we're looking at your plants. You get the help of a professional grower, one of the best to do it on YouTube, myself. You know, hey, what can I say? It's the truth. If you want to grow with the same equipment as I do, you can find it at welcometothegrowtent.com. Our new merch store is going to be coming out soon. It's WTTGT.com. And what else? This video is sponsored by, let's do it over here, Mars Hydro. If you're looking for any kind of lights, anything like that, you can find it in the video description below. You guys remember to like, comment, and subscribe in the video. It helps out the algorithm a ton, which we need all the help we can get because of this kind of stuff we talk about. Remember to watch the full video. That also helps out a ton. Guys, also, we just got back from Tinley, the NARBC reptile show. I got an awesome video I did on it on my Spartan Pythons and Tarantulas channel. You should check it out in the video. The link to it in the video description below. Intro's done. That was an awesome throw. It like landed perfectly on the table, like right next to me. I can't even it was just perfect. It was like slid right into a stack. It was pretty freaking awesome. Anyway, guys, intro's done. Let's get today's started. It's not even a controversial topic. Whenever I talk about this, you're gonna be like, oh geez, why the heck didn't I think about that? That's a great idea. And let's get today's episode started. Tips and tricks with GT right now. Woo! GT's tips and tricks section. We're back. You guys ready? It's a banger of an episode for you today. My eyes itch. We got a banger of an episode for you today, guys. Today we're going to talk about starting your garden off on the right foot and ways that you can do this to where it can help you out a ton in the long run. So today we're going to be talking about number of seeds you plant or number of clones you take, and only starting off with the overachievers and how this can help your grow by doing this one simple trick. This is one of the ways that I can get through my veggies so fast, or I can get the flowers so fast, the plants get so big so fast, is because at all times I am only gonna take the overachievers whenever I'm growing. So whether I'm taking clones or whether I'm planting seeds, let's talk about the seeds version first. If I'm going to be planting seeds, let's say I want to keep 6 plants is what I'm allowed. I am going to plant 10 seeds. I know you're like, oh, GT, it's so much more, the seeds are expensive. Listen, how much is your time worth to you? Because what you're getting ready to embark on is going to, take over your life for the next 5 months, 4 to 5 months, depending on if you're doing autos or photos. Anyway, don't sidetrack me. Focus. Calm down. Relax. Woo! But let's say if we plant 10, we don't know that all 10 are going to germinate. So let's say we were only doing 6. If we plant 6 and only 4 of them germinate, well, now instead of having our 4, or instead of having the 6 we want, we have 4, which means now we have 4 that have broken ground. They're on their week 1 of seedling. And now to get to our 6, we're going to have to plant 2 more, and hopefully those both germinate. Otherwise, you have to do this process again. So now you've got 4 that are already growing, and then you're going to start 2 more, and now they are going to be different ages by about a week whenever you are growing. So you've had these 4 over here that are week 1, and now into week 2, and you've got these 2 over here that hopefully both germinated, and now they're in week 1, and so you've got week 2 plants and week 1 plants. You got some of your garden that's already this tall and some of your garden that's only this tall. You're already starting off on the wrong foot, and it's week 1, maybe week 2, and we're already off to a start where our canopy is already out of control. We're not going to be training at the same time. We're not going to be transferring them out of seedling into veg stage at the same time. We have already introduced variables into our grow, and the last thing we want to do is introduce variables. We want to bring our variables down to the bare minimum, so that way if we introduce something new or if we add something, it doesn't change the equation that much. And if we do something and it messes up, we know, hey, we only added one thing. We know what messed it up. So instead, I know people are like, oh, but there's so, the bird food's so expensive. It's a small cost for your time and making this an easier process. If instead you plant 10 when you only need 6, let's say 2 of them didn't germinate again. Well, now we have 8 instead of 4. So we still have our 6 that we want. And then as we go through a couple weeks, we're going to be able to tell, because they won't all grow the same. You'll have some that are short and stubby. You have some that might have some messed up leaves, mutant looking leaves or something on them. You know what we do with those?
This is Sparta!
That's right. All right, take 2. We Spartan them, all right? We take them, we throw them off the cliff. That's what we do with the weak around here. You're Spartans, boys. Earn those shields. Throw the weak from the cliff because we don't have time for them. And since we planted extra, we can do this. We don't have to tolerate the weakness, the mutants, none of it. Just like a Spartan, we throw them off the mountain. All right. So by doing it, since we planted that 10. Now we had 2 that didn't germinate, so now we were down to 8. And let's just say we found a couple of, just short and stubby ones, non-overachievers. We're always going to be looking for the overachievers, the elite, the tip of the spear, the Spartans. That's who we're looking for in our plants, okay? So we've taken those, we've thrown the dead off the cliff. We've now thrown the weak off the cliff. Let's say we had 2 weaklings. Now we're down to 6. They're all the same age. They're all the overachievers of the bunch, because an underachiever will be an underachiever in seedling, will be an underachiever in veg, will be an underachiever in flower, and of course when it comes to yield. The overachievers, on the other hand, they are going to always be rock stars. It doesn't matter if it's seedling, veg, flower, whatever. Rock stars will always be the rock stars. They will be the ones that will tolerate a little bit more the abuse that you are going to handle, whatever. All right. And it works the same way with clones. If I'm going to take clones, I always take, let's say I'm only looking for 6 plants. I'm probably going to take 12 to 15 clones, because usually my plants are pretty big and they can handle, me not taking the exact number of clones I need. Usually I have, 30, 40 clones I'm pitching anyway, because I don't need that many at that time from those plants, because my plants get really big. So whenever I'm looking at it, whether it's clones or seeds, I'm always going to take an abundance and take more. That way I get to pick the best of the best. It's like that Eric Roberts movie. I'm showing my age there, GT. The old best of the best. So whether it's seedlings or clones, because sometimes some of your clones will not root for whatever reason. Who cares? You got plenty of them. The rest you just throw in the trash. And you're going to have clones, whether they're clones or not. Some will just grow better than others. Some will look better than others, whether it was the way you took that cutting or whatever. Some of them are going to be better than others. Some won't make it. And that's the same principle applies. And by putting this principle into effect, I'm telling you right now, your gardens will be fuller, bigger, faster than if you did it the opposite way, where we were starting off and we had, stuff on different levels and different ages. Spend the time. If you're doing clones, there's no extra money. If you're doing, bird food or bird seed, it's just a tiny bit extra money, but the amount of headache it saves you, the amount of variables that it reduces in your garden, which that's the main goal, reduce variables, is astronomically. You can't even chart how much it's worth to you to do this one simple step. And it pays off gigantic dividends for you with the ease of your growth whenever you do it this way. All right, that's my tip for the day. Hope everybody has a fantastic week. Happy Monday to all you Spartans out there. I'll see you next time. Peace. Spartans don't want peace. Peace attained through war.